So what are surds? Surds are irrational numbers. So if we have a look at our root 4, we know the square root of 4 is 2 because 4 is a square number. So this is not a surd. If instead we look at root 3, 3 is not a square number, so the square root of 3 is going to be irrational. That means we cannot simplify this down any further, so we can keep it written as square root of 3. So this here is a surd. Now when we've got surd, we can simplify them. For example, root 50 we can split into two different numbers, one of which is a square number. So what numbers go into 50? We know 25 times by 2 gives us 50. So we can rewrite this as root 25 times by root 2. Now we know the square root of 25, if we just look at our square numbers over here, is 5. So we can just simplify that straight away as it's not a surd. And we know 2 is not a square number, so therefore root 2 is irrational or it's a surd, so we can keep it as it is. So we get 5 root 2 as the answer. We now need to go ahead and do the same thing with 24. Thinking about two numbers that go into 24, with one of them being a number in this list over here, we know that 24 is 4 times by 6. So we can rewrite this as root 4 times by root 6. Now the square root of 4 we know is 2, so we can simplify that one straight away. And 6 is not a square number, so we can keep it as its surd, so it's root 6, so our answer is 2 root 6. Again with 90, looking for two numbers, one of which is in this list over here, and we know 90 is just 9 times by 10, so we can rewrite root 90 as root 9 times by root 10. The square root of 9 we know is 3, so we can go ahead and simplify that straight away. And 10 is not a square number, so it's irrational, and we can keep it in its surd format as root 10. So our answer is 3 root 10. Then again with 8, two numbers that go into 8, with one being in this list, we know that 4 times by 2 gives us 8, so root 8 is root 4 times by root 2. We know root 4 is just 2, so we can go ahead and simplify that straight away. And we know 2 is not a square number, so root 2 is irrational, and we keep it in its surd format. So we can simplify this to 2 root 2.